heroes and how the response in the locker room was. And he showed up with a dry shirt, amazingly. Jarrett von Rosenberg, congratulations. That's your first ever win over a D1 program.
Yeah, no, it was,
won't be the last.
I'm happy for our guys. You know, we said going into the game we were going to play everybody. This is still preparation for our season. It doesn't count. And it was really neat to see guys like Clay, DeMarcus, Carson, and Alfonso kind of switch there at the end when each one of them turned it over. I pulled them out as a learning lesson. But to have those guys so excited and trusting in guys that are a little lower on minute totals was has a chance to be really special. And then just the way it ended. Obviously it'd have been heartbreaking. We played so well and did enough to win, and then we didn't execute down here towards the end. And they tied the game. And then they have a crazy, it's just a crazy season.
We couldn't see what happened from here, and then
I
we're
knew they
shooting
called
free
a
throw.
timeout, but I didn't know they didn't have the timeout.
That's why the okay.
So we got to shoot 2 free throws, but it's a dead ball, and they still get the ball because they had possession when they called the timeout. So they still get the ball. And then we were able to get one stop and go kind of ice the game line. So, or not ice the game line, hit the
yeah. Yeah, everybody ices it from out there. So Mr. Willis is welcome in the locker room then, I would expect.
Well, it's so funny. He wasn't going back in the game, but Carson turned it over. So I put him back in the game to get Carson. It wasn't coaching. It wasn't like, oh, I know this guy's going to.
Of course.
It's just, I appreciate Coach Henson and your ball club, and they play really hard. They give us a lot of fits. It's a night for us where a few shots went in late. They were dominating the second half, and we just had some shots go down late. We always talk about it. You heard me on the radio players, like we talk about what shots we get. We can't really rely on shots always going in. But we were gritty, 1 through 12 plays. Just gritty, 50-50 balls. I said coming into the game, I was like, we have no way. Like, you guys gotta understand, if we turn it over more than 12 times, we're not gonna win. They're leading transition. We're just not gonna have a chance to win that game. They called me out and told me that I was wrong. It's obviously an 18. So, exciting, happy for our fans. I know we had a ton of, we have a strong contingent in San Antonio with players and future players that we signed. And players from the Valley. And so exciting for them. Excited for fans to come out, and excited for us to get a win. The other thing I said in the locker room, celebrate for a couple seconds, and then I said last time we beat, I was on staff with Lion basketball. We beat Texas Tech, and we laid an egg in our home.
That's right. That's right.
So it's good. Like every time you put on a uniform, you want to come out on top. But hopefully, it prepared us to be ready for it.
Outstanding stuff. You got to tip your cap to some of your newcomers because they led the way. Jarris Robertson. Let me get this right. Alfonso Willis leading the way with 18. Robertson had a dozen. And Clayshawn Gaffney, holy moly, 11 points, 6 boards, and 4 blocks. Nice get.
Yeah, no, it was great. And he only played 20 minutes. We want to get some guys some minutes, like we said. PB kind of took his minutes in the second half. And PB did some nice things, PB was solid and made a couple plays. And, stuff that doesn't come over the stat sheet is like the guys come over and we did a good job coming over and walling off the rim and staying vertical and not putting on the foul line. The first half we put them on the foul line a ton. The second half we did a better job being more disciplined on that side of the floor. And it's you hold the team to 40%. You got a chance to win on the road, and that's what we're able to do.
Outstanding stuff, Coach. Defensively, you had to be especially pleased.
I think so. I really thought, just being on the level of their strength and athleticism and being down there, I thought our guys played really hard. It wasn't perfect. It's November basketball. Both teams struggled to shoot the ball well a lot of the game. We just had that little run where we shot the ball well, but for the most part, every bucket was tough. Because that's usually because defenses are ahead of offenses right now. I think we played really hard. We got a lot of stuff to clean up. But if our guys, we say open minds, open hearts, like you gotta want coaching, you gotta actually hear it, not just go into your ear. You gotta understand that we're trying to get better, like not just going at you because you made a mistake and you're trying to get better. So if this group can do that, I think we got a good opportunity.
I think one of the things that stood out to me was the communication out on the floor seemed to be flowing very nicely, even with the newcomers out there. Not too many guys that were running to the wrong spot.
Well, we don't have it is newcomers. There's a ton of returners, 10 returners, and then you've been practicing since July 6th. So it just shows you what practice does.
That's right.
As crazy as that sounds, you know. And again, you're not perfect, you're not clean, but like the team moves cohesively. And I guess that's the best. It wasn't disjointment. Like when somebody made a mistake, somebody came over, and the whole team defensively, I think, moved together. And that's what you have to do. Second, third, fourth effort. That's when you're going to be a good defensive team. Because it's hard to guard. I mean, there's good offensive players too. And you really got to guard with 5 people. We always say 5 people need to guard the ball, not 1. So that was, we'll see. You got to watch the film, but it seemed like that was the case tonight.
So rewind a little bit. Let's go back to maybe the bus on the way to the gym and some of the last things you said to the guys before coming in. You never go into any game, I don't care what sport, at what level, and how big, whether it's NAIA and top, FBS. It doesn't matter. You don't ever go into a game thinking you're going to lose.
No, exactly. We came in with a game plan of what we were going to do in preparation for our season. And that's what it was. We played a group for the first 16 minutes of the game, and we put in subs the last part of the game. And then we went into that group for the first 5 minutes, and we played all the reserves for the last 15 minutes, having one ball handle with Carson, and because those are only point guards on the roster right now with an injury. But so we played those 2 guys, and so it's great. It's a great chance for our group to come together, to have a lot of confidence in each other. Not only themselves, but when you do need to close that out, and we ended up closing it out because we had multiple opportunities to give it to them. They made great plays there at the end, but to be able to close it out gives a lot of confidence, I think, to the whole roster. The whole roster really had an impact on this game.
All right, Coach. Well, that's going to be a full roster that's eager to get on the bus and watch this one again, I'm sure, on their way home. Congratulations. I don't know. I was talking on air trying to, where are the other upsets? I forgot about the win that Sam and y'all had over Tech because we couldn't broadcast that game, and so we missed that one.
Yeah,
but this is probably the first since I was a little used second baseman for the Trinity University Tigers, who were NAIA, and we split a doubleheader with second-ranked U of Houston in baseball. So, they're so rare.
I just hope it prepares us. That's what we're. Again, I want to say they gave us great hospitality, putting this game together for us, and we're really appreciative that they brought us down here. So we'll get back. Hopefully it helped them prepare for their season as they come on. And I just can't say enough that I'm appreciative.
Outstanding stuff, Coach. Congratulations. What a night. What a night for the Lions. There's no other way to say it. What a night. Folks, we're going to take a